Good morning, everybody. Bill Yoon is bringing you another episode of Mindset Monday, where we start our week on positivity and on purpose. And so, what I want to talk about today is a quote from one of my mentors, Jim Rohn. And if you're familiar with Jim, so you know Jim had a lot of just amazing quotes. If you're not maybe familiar with Jim Rohn, I would advise you just to get into some of his work. He was one of the cutting edge of the business philosophers years ago, way before Tony Robbins and Brendon Burchard and a lot of those guys. And one of the quotes that I love from Jim, and he talks about that a formal education will make you a living, but a self-education will make you a fortune. And what Jim meant by this is that going to school, right? Whether high school and going on to either college or university, all those things are good. That those build you an opportunity, to make a living, right? To go out and to get a job. What Jim always talked about is doing your self-education, working more on yourself than on your job, and not to do a good job, but if you worked on yourself and you got better in your skill sets, in your personal development, what that can change, either whether you have a job or you're a business owner, entrepreneur, whatever that looked like. And some of the things that Jim talked about is that about reading, right? About reading books that after have written a book, and you understand is that only about 70%, only about 30% of all books, right, that someone purchases actually get read. Meaning that 70% of the books never get read that someone purchases. And so what I want to challenge you with today is to be looking where in your life right now, in your business, in your career, whatever that looks like for you, is where is something that you need you could improve in it, whether that's handling sales objections, that's building better relationships, whatever that is. Because here's the thing, if you will work on that, get better at that, it can be a game changer for everything that you do in your life. I just know this just because of one of my other mentors taught me around the personal development, who introduced me to Jim Rohn's work and got started doing that. Up until that point, 20 years ago, I didn't read books. I was just I kind of know it, right? And then understanding that. Now, it's not just reading the books, it's also applying that knowledge, right? Getting it to action. So the other thing is that we live in a world where if you want to learn something, it's literally at your fingertips. You can go to YouTube. You don't even have to pay money if there's a skill set. Hey, I want to be better at sales or handling objections. I want to learn how to fly fish. Whatever that is there is so many resources for you to be able to do that and not to take advantage of that to build your skills. There's no reason to. There just really is no reason to. I've been working on learning more about AI. So what did I do? I went and bought a $47 course, right? That can collapse the time for me to teach me how to better utilize AI to build my own Chat GPT prompts and all of those things. $47. I could have gone and tried to figure that out. But what I want to encourage you is that there's not a reason not to start up leveling your skill set and to be able to bring more value to the marketplace, especially if you own a business and you're an entrepreneur, right? We get paid based upon the bigger the problems that we can solve. How much value can we bring to the marketplace is our value as we build that. So what's one thing that you can do this week? Get a book, right? Pick up a book. You don't even need to buy it. You can go to the library, right? Get a library card. Most places where everyone lives, library cards are free. Yes, libraries are still a thing. They do exist. You can even get it online through various different apps. Tons of free books, tons of free training. Everything is out there. So what's one thing that for this week, okay, it's Monday, right, is that you can do, pick up a book, start reading it, that you want to apply something that you want to get better at. Go watch a training on that, buy a training, get a coach, get a mentor, whatever that is that get into action and start working on your self-education, your personal and self-development, getting better as a person to who you are, that you can bring more value, right, to your business, to your community, to the world in general, right? as the old saying goes, as the tide rises, it raises all the ships. So if we all get just a little bit better and level up, imagine how much better everything could be. So that's what I've got for you today. Please go to YouTube, just or Google Jim Rohn. Got some great timeless information, not just around business, but just around your personal life as well. So as always, make it a great week, everybody. I will see you next month.